Have you ever come across something at the thrift store or an estate sale and thought, wow, this is really old. It must be worth a ton. If so, you're not alone. This is one of the most common assumptions in reselling and vintage collecting. But here's the truth. Just because something is old doesn't mean it's valuable. Today, I'm busting the myth that age automatically equals worth. So here's the myth. If it's old, it must be valuable. We've all heard stories of antiques selling for thousands or seen vintage fashion go for crazy prices. So it's easy to think that anything from decades ago has resale value. But the reality is, age alone doesn't guarantee demand, and it definitely doesn't guarantee profit. The fact is, not all vintage holds value. Some categories are completely oversaturated, like mass-produced glassware or figurines. Other items might only appeal to a tiny group of niche collectors. Age doesn't guarantee a buyer is out there, and it doesn't mean they'll pay top dollar. Think of it this way. You can have two items from the same year. One might sell for $10, while the other sells for $200. The difference isn't age. It's brand, condition, style, and demand. The truth is, what really matters is quality and desirability. Brand, style, condition, and current demand are the real drivers of resale value. A Chanel blazer from the 80s, high demand. A random no-name polyester blouse from the same decade with stains, probably not. Here's what actually makes old pieces valuable. Heritage brands with a reputation for quality. Think brands like Pendleton, Ralph Lauren. Iconic eras that spark nostalgia, like how Y2K is having its comeback era right now. Styles that align with today's trends, whether that's cottagecore, quiet luxury, or officecore. And quality fabrics that stand the test of time. Think wool, silk, and denim. That's the real difference between something that just looks old and something that buyers are actually willing to pay for. So what's the smarter strategy when sourcing vintage? First, always check comps before buying. This will help you determine if there is a demand for that piece. Next, learn which decades and styles are moving in the current market. This will help you focus and narrow in on the right pieces. Also, prioritize condition and timelessness over just age. Not everything will be worth the time, money, and effort to fix or dry clean. To sum it up, focus on what's actually wearable, collectible, or trending, not just what looks old. So what doesn't work? Grabbing every old piece just because it's vintage. Ignoring condition, stains, or damage. Assuming older automatically means rare or desirable. Those are the things we don't want to be doing when we are sourcing vintage pieces. So next time you're tempted to think, if it's old, it must be valuable, remember that that's just a myth. Smart selling isn't about age, it's about strategy. If you've ever picked up an old piece only to realize later it wasn't worth it, let us know in the comments below. We've all been there. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more reseller myth busting, and check out my other videos for smarter selling strategies. And also turn on that notification bell to be notified when the next reseller myth gets busted. That is all we have for today. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Until next time.